I'm going to introduce myself because this is my first time joining you all on Zoom. You can call me Ma. This is really my first interaction with a group from Extinction Rebellion. Thank you for having me. And I just wanted to kind of respond to that because it would benefit me actually to have someone kind of give me a brief synopsis of what you would consider a citizens' assembly, and kind of like, that might be a silly question and it could be easily resolved in reading something, but a brief definition would maybe help me track conversation better.
Should we do our purpose statement first, and then that could be our first question to Roger, is you know, a brief definition?
I mean, there's that miscellaneous sort of question at the beginning. So shall I just quickly respond to that? I mean, what I'm going to say is more broadly about how to win and be effective and mobilize and what have you. But yeah, I'll say something about citizens' assemblies, if that's okay. So the reason why citizens' assemblies was put in as the third aim, well, actually, it was due to me. You could blame me, because they were going, what should the aims be? What should the aims be? And I was going, well, we need citizens' assemblies. And they go, it sounds really good, Roger. Go away and find some good arguments for it. And they stick it in. And I just sort of scuttle around trying to get the various experts to convince the initial people who set up Extinction Rebellion it was a good idea. So I can die happy, because one of my major achievements was to get the movement do citizens' assemblies, which has been miraculously sort of attractive to, you know, hundreds and thousands of people. And the reason it's miraculously attractive is because it's a profoundly humane and democratic way of solving the conundrums of what a society wants to do with itself. So the traditional ways, as we know, is a sort of dictatorship where someone tells everyone what to do, to cut a long story short. And the other way is to have a representational democracy where you vote for someone. And as we all know, not least in America, they tend to get captured by the economic system and various other sort of nasty things like that. So the beauty of the Citizens' Assembly is that it's uncapturable, in the sense that people are selected randomly from the population. So it's by chance, or by God, as you say in the good old days, right? So no one can interfere with the process of selection of, say, 300 people. So money doesn't come into it, or, you know, various forms of unpleasant pressure. So that's the first thing. And then you get the 300 people. So the first thing is it's selected by what's called sortition, randomly from the population. So you get, you know, 50% women, 50%, you know, men, you know, 30% people of color, whatever it is, for the first time in history. And of course, the richest 1% only gets 1% of the seats, because they're only 1%. So the 99% get 99% of the seats. So obviously that sounds good. And then the second thing, which is that people deliberate over the questions that they're given. And the miracle deliberation is such that if you put people in a room and allow them to freely discuss a matter, they very quickly grow to have respect for each other and work out something that's in the common good rather than in their private self-interest. And that might sound slightly idealistic, but there's lots of empirical evidence to show that that's the case. And the third element of it is, once the Citizens' Assembly has decided what the common will, as it were, is, then that common will is seen to be done, as it were, as in the sense that you get, you know, a bus driver from Portland sort of come out saying, I didn't think climate was such a big deal, but now I'm shitting my pants over it, sort of thing. And so all the, you know, bus drivers around the country are going, well, if he says it, then it must be right. So in other words, you get this profound popular sort of democratic mechanism where you get ordinary people communicating to ordinary people. So it's the nearest thing to our best hope we've got, really, in terms of dealing with situations which are highly polarizing, of course, which there are many. So that's a potted summary of it.